People say starting is the hardest, but they don't say how hard it is to continue when you have already started. I posted my first YouTube video early this month after a long time of delay. It was not a great video, and I got only 40 views after the first 3 weeks. It was more than I expected actually, but I still felt discouraged to continue. The first question I asked myself was, is it really for me, or am I just making myself a fool right now with these mediocre videos? And that was just after one video that even did better than I expected. That mentality got me thinking about this journey and any journeys in life that I've gone through and would go through in the future. What keeps us moving forward after we've started? Most people were terrible when they started. The exception, I think, is for those very rare and very gifted people that I, in fact, have never encountered. In my mind, I always think of myself as a normal person who's not too gifted at anything, but can be good at something if I work hard enough. You know, like the majority of us. Just with a whole lot of self-doubt and self-consciousness that I want to break free from. But we are also so impatient. It's unbelievable how impatient we are. If we don't see the result after a couple of workout sections, we are no longer excited to exercise, knowing that it usually takes months. We watch YouTube videos on people completing a room makeover in 15 minutes, when in real life, it takes them days or weeks to do everything. And now that we have TikTok, those days and weeks are edited into a 30-second or 1-minute video. So when we got inspired and followed them, reality hit us so hard. And when in doubt, time passes even slower. So this time, I let reality make the first move. I want to see what I have done in real time and real products. Life is so multifaceted that it never does not work out. We just need to change the way we look at it. I realize the true amount of time that has passed by and the true amount of improvement and accomplishment that I've acquired this time, and compare that to the expectation I set out when I started. If it is better, then I would continue the plan without having any further questions about if it's worth it or not. But if the goal hasn't been met, I would review to see why is that and bring that answer into my next products. At this very moment, we have to be very logical and strategic because negative thoughts can really get in the way. And those are the furthest things from the truth. Another thing that I have learned from all of my experience and still applying it to this journey is to be consistent with my original plan. After the public of my first video, my immediate thought was I should change the way I do my videos. No more voiceover because my English is not perfect. And then I remember, this was the exact reason why I didn't start my YouTube channel years ago. It took me such a long time to get over this insecurity, so I'm not going to go back. I love the way that I can put a little bit of my authentic self onto the videos. So here we have it. Just another ramble video from me that I don't think is perfect, but I have a whole lot of fun making it.
As a place where you were born, and anytime you reach for something, they claim that you need nothing to satisfy your soul, but all the good stuff's bought and sold. Quiet life of desperation, but it ain't gonna make me too much.
I believe that confidence makes everything easier. Even start, even continue, even finish something. You have to have the confidence. I am a Leo, and when I was a kid, I was full-on Leo. And I think even now when you meet me in person, you would know that I am a Leo from the get-go. But I was so Leo that when I was a child, I was literally fearless. I rarely has any memories of my childhood about how others think of me. I just remember raising my hand to ask for everything that I wanted for myself, like joining a performance club or taking a role at school. Not even a second thought. If I wanted it, I had already gone for it. And right now, I really long those innocent, fearless days and working on bringing it back to my life. I also think that we are paying a lot for confidence. Taking myself as an example, I got braced very recently, and it has been making my life so miserable. I regretted it almost immediately right when I had it on. I looked back at the picture of myself when I didn't have it on and deeply regretted. I realized that all the pain and misery and money has paid for the confidence that I didn't have at that time. But even all of that I have paid out, if I can change my mind and pick up the confidence that is free and abundant, I would still be the same insecure person that I was before. So really, all I need then, now, and in the future has always been confidence, which is free, abundant, but invisible, just like the air we are breathing. And just like the air maintains our living, confidence maintains our happiness. In other words, there is no good living without air and confidence. So just stop overthinking and take them all in. Another very common reasons for our hesitations is to do something authentic. I think that no one wants to be the duplicate version of others, but doing things our own ways is just too risky. Sure, I don't want to build on a foundation that I have made by others, but since they succeed, I guess that if I do what they do, I would be successful too. But deep down, I don't want it. We all want to do things originally, but oftentimes do not have enough courage. And so the sure way to do things authentically is just doing it without hesitant, which means no overthinking about the plan. Do it as you set it out. Do it before you think again on the plan. I watched a long document on J-Lo success recently, and I caught her saying the same thing many times in different years. I always follow my gut. I always do what feels good in the moment. And even though not everything she did succeed, but everything she's done has successfully created a name for herself. And everyone can see that right now, she is J-Lo, and she is original. Life is a very long journey, and most things don't make sense until much later. So what we really need to do is keep going, even if we don't even know where we are going or where we are right at that moment. So be confident and do what you think you should do, regardless of what others might think of you. Breathe in that confidence like you breathe in the fresh air. Because there is really no way to be confident other than just be confident. Sometimes it's even okay to give up. Give up for a day, for 10 days, 10 months, or even 10 years. Just don't give up forever. Everything is a series of start, stop, bounce back before you can finish. Everyone went through it. It's normal. And you're not unlucky. You're just, normal. Let's not think of the cup as half full or half empty. Just a cup of water, and now you want to fill it full or drink it empty, just to see how different that would make. And also, let's have fun along the way. It would also be something that keeps us moving forward. We need courage and resilience to do things we think that are necessary and good for us, but we don't particularly enjoy. The things that are fun to do, we need restrictions so that we don't spend too much time on it. So if fun things can also be beneficial, we don't need motivation or inspiration to keep doing it, or maybe not as much. But fun things tend to be easy on us, and easy don't bring growth. So let's try balancing growth and enjoyment so that we can still live an easy, less stressful life, but still build a meaning for ourselves. I like shooting videos, and even though I'm pretty bad at it, but watching those unprofessional videos makes me really happy. I also like writing journals and thinking about basic things in life. So I put those two together, and here we have these videos. But I don't enjoy editing at all. It's just too much work, and I'm so bad at it. But without editing, I cannot put my hobbies into some finished projects. So 2 out of 3. I would say that that's a pretty good balance. I also like to think about possibilities when trying to inspire myself to keep moving. I dream about all the videos that I could do in the future when editing skills, money, and embarrassment are no longer the obstacles. All of that professional products, the pride, the fun that I get to have once I have successfully acquired the skills and some level of achievement with this. I have applied it to everything I have done, and so far it has been very helpful. In the past, when I first started my journey to learn English, you can bet that it was very frustrating. Didn't know the words I wanted to use, couldn't put words into a correct order, and say things that when I listened back to the recordings, basically made no sense. To drag myself out of the depressing hole, I dreamed about the days that I could speak English to express my mind freely. I would be so eloquent, so articulate, and so confident. And to this day, I'm still not there yet, but I'm so much better than when I had those dreams. And if I didn't continue at that time, I would just be marching at the same place right now. So guys, dream, dream, and dream. And lastly, and most important, just do it. Our minds are filled with a lot of false and negative thoughts. They paint out scenarios that most likely never happened, and the more we focus on it, the more scared and stuck and tired we feel. And I agree, it's so hard to control our minds, and sometimes it just does its own things. But again, it's just a part of our bodies after all, and we control it. And the power we hold against it is physical power. So we get into the action and guide our minds to focus on the process or the truth instead. Just like that have a cup of water mentality, but we just see it as a cup of water and we have to take action to see how it turns out differently. It is the only way that we really know. We won't know how it turns out until the very end. Life is filled with variables and no one can predict. So really, how to move forward is to take actions with confidence, with authenticity, with patience guided by the truth, the present, the vision, and gut feeling. Or in simple terms, just do it.